Hi, I'm Selena. Welcome to the CoreFit Lifestyle. Come do Pilates with me.
This is your abs and booty Pilates mat workout. We're going to begin by moving the pelvis in a rolling action. Down, lower back hits the mat, and then start to curl the chest over the ribs and send the top of the head to the sky. Sinking from the navel, roll into the lower back. Place it gently on the mat. Once it's there, cue your chest to roll forward, traveling over the navel and uprighting the pelvis, ribcage, shoulders and head. And we get into the rolling action and slowly move your body down into flat. Place the weight of the head in the hands. We're on an unstable surface under the feet. The block is not stable. So there's a lot of engagement happening as you press down. Precision, tilting the pelvis backward as the shoulders move. All the weight of the head is resting in the hands. And we're connecting the chest to the pubic bone, front body on fire. Lots of balance and stability to hold the block in place, and we're going into pulses. Little breaths. Moving into the footwork as you hold the isometric in the abdominals, connecting chest to pubic bone. Connecting the heel onto the block with balance and stability to move the trunk. Supporting all the weight of the head in the hands. Deepening the flexion work. Really driving the ankle into flexion extension, promoting flexibility. Single leg, hamstrings on fire. It's a very small lift and lower. Back of the legs working hard to stabilize, and the isometric working on the strength in the back of the legs and glutes. Stable in the shoulders. Reaching long through the leg for full extension and flexibility, maximizing. Maximize flexibility with the length in the leg. You're also increasing the resistance in the leg that is holding the body weight up by reaching long through the moving leg, increasing the lever and resistance. Driving into the backs of the arms to stabilize. Longest leg you can find, the little tiny pulses for maximum burn. Maintaining all the weight in your head, turn from the armpit in the rotations. We're working at the top of the movement. This is the most difficult point of contact in your body. And really resisting gravity at its max. Turn with the armpit. Just to hold the block, maintaining so much stability and control in your center. Core is working. Obliques are working. Every muscle in your abdominal. Magic circle, adding resistance. Pull the shoulder down into the back and move the trunk against the resistance of the ring. So the rotation with resistance as you press the shoulder into the ring. And a little prop of the ring between the knees and the feet. Turn on the core just to hold it in place. Increases the intensity of this exercise 100-fold. And we're keeping a long lever as we extend long through the legs, increasing resistance in the lower abdominal. The breathing down into the lower belly, activate the diaphragm. The rotation at the shoulder resists the circle. Turn with the trunk, leaving the weight of the head in the supporting arm to increase the resistance as you lift away from the ground. Fight gravity. Increasing flexion, pulling on the ring. Breathe deep into the lower belly. Keeping the shoulders in their place and finding a little squeeze on the magic circle to activate the upper body. Now we find the resistance of the magic circle against the underside of the glute and behind the heel to activate the glute and hamstring. That chain in the back of the leg, as you lift, you increase resistance against the circle. And we have our combination to lift, pulse, and lift. And continue to squeeze on the ring as you lift and lower. Holding the trunk very stable, navel to the spine. Isometric in the hamstring and pulse in the glutes. Fight gravity. Moving into rotation, it's very important to keep the trunk stable. Working on core stability, hip mobility, hip cuff strength, so many benefits. Holding the spine in its place. Isolating the work. Lots of concentration. Backs of the legs, glutes, core stability, and stabilizing through the supporting foot is a great way to help you to keep your pelvis stable. The large part of the work is happening on the inside. No change in the lower back. Tight squeeze on the ring to keep it in place. And we add the pulses, hamstrings and glutes. Hold the leg up high, navel to the spine. Pulsing the leg, nothing else is moving. Now we isolate the rotation in the hip. Press down in the supporting foot. Stabilize the pelvis and the trunk. And reverse the direction. Go as big and as wide as you can with that circle. Reach for the sky. Hold tight to the ring. You did it. Now our third prop to help increase flexibility in the front of the ankle. It's also a great tool for stability training. The ball is naturally unstable, so we have to find muscles in our trunk, core, abdominals, so we keep the body still. Press out long through the leg, long, holding careful balance. Pushing down into the foot, stretching the front of the ankle, navel to the spine, pull deep through the heel. Abdominals holding, pressing down into the ball, finding the stability through the center line. Drive long, connect the knee to the chest, activate those abdominals. Now we're into the outer thigh work. Pressing the bottom knee into the floor just as much as you're opening the top leg. Pulling up through the obliques on the underside. Try and lift out of the shoulder so you're not loading the shoulder on the bottom arm. And pushing back with the heel, keep our glute muscles engaged. Knee and pelvis line up. Pulling the armpit down to the hip, activating that oblique on the top side. Isolate the oblique as you move the hips into further extension, activating the glute and the hamstring to squeeze the ball. There is so much going on, so many muscles moving and working together. Holding tight on the ball, active inner thighs, wide open knees. And resist the floor, pull up from the underside, out of the shoulder, work it to lift and open, breathing in. Knee and pelvis line up, stability. Picking up that bottom rib, pulling the top armpit down toward the knee. Keeping a tight squeeze on the ball, hamstrings engaged. We're going to press that heel back, stable trunk. A lot of abdominal stability here. Navel to the spine, squeeze the hamstrings, more pulsing. Inner thighs engage, squeezing on the ball. I'm going to push down on the pubic bone and start to clear the thighs off the floor. Tight squeeze on the ball to activate the inner thigh. Pelvic floor. Hamstrings, glutes together as you extend and bend in midair. Pull up from the navel to support the lower back. Active legs also help to support the lower back and protect you from any strain.